Hey there. How do you feel when tragedy strikes? There's not a day that goes by, whether on the news or social, where some sort of tragedy has happened somewhere. And unfortunately, there's too many shootings in our schools and other tragedies happening as well in our own neighborhoods. And so we feel sad, filled with grief. We can feel heavy and discouraged, lacking hope. And the thing is, as an educator, you're already carrying so much. So adding tragedy just makes the weight of the world on your shoulders because you care about your students and their challenges. You're that you carry your school's expectations and your family, your friends, all the people around you. So you're carrying so much already. So, what can you do? Well, we'll get to that in a moment, but first of all, let me introduce myself for those of you who don't know me. My name is Catherine Walters, and I'm a soul alignment expert, and I help educators who are burned out or just really feeling unfulfilled being working in education to find what lights them up and fills them from their soul out, whether it's still in education or outside of it. So, coming back to what can you do when you just feel like so overwhelmed, and how does that impact you when tragedy strikes? Well, first of all, like those things are out in the world. We can't control them. And yet they impact us body, mind, heart, and spirit. They just weigh us down. And when you're feeling like burned out or like questioning whether you even belong in the classroom anymore, it actually, these tragedies impact you even more. So, I have some tips today of how you can handle the tragedy when it strikes, or even basically when you're burned out, handling your day to day energetically so that you're not so exhausted when you go home and you can still have a life, have greater balance in your life. So, the first thing is when tragedy strikes, don't take the energy on. You'll feel because I suspect you're an empath like I am or highly sensitive. And so we feel the fear and the worry and the concern of everyone around us in the world. And so you have a choice. You don't have to take it on and carry it as though it's yours. So you can say no. You can call your energy back. The second thing is to protect your energy. Yeah, you can do that because your energy is sacred. Not only can you do it, you want to do that. And so I highly recommend that you create some sort of a ritual or boundary around your energy because that's your life force. It's sacred. And if you don't have any energy, then how can is it any wonder that we get to that place of burnout and exhaustion? And then, thirdly, and this is super important, and it may seem counterintuitive, but that's laugh. Laugh and play because laughter lightens us up. It makes us feel better. And so here we are, we come to laughter and we have this heaviness and it sort of helps to balance it out. And like I'm actually recording this on 9/11 of 25, but I can remember way back when I worked in public libraries during the first 9/11 event and the World Trade Center and so forth. And it was amazing. It was like we had three full shelves of Dr. Seuss books. They were cleaned out, wiped out. All the funny books like Captain Underpants and Junie B. Jones and The Stupids and, whatever else. I could go on and on with different book series and so forth. They were gone. And it wasn't just the the preschoolers and the elementary students that were taking these books out. It was the upper elementary and the middle school kids that came back and came, into the children's room and cleared out the shelves. And they were so smart because they knew that laughter was the antidote to the heaviness and the fear and the sadness in the world. So remember to laugh and play. So I hope these suggestions help you because you're not, there's nothing wrong with you. You're not failing. You're not weak. If you feel these emotions when tragedy strikes, no, it just shows that you're human, that you care deeply. And so you want to protect yourself. So I hope these suggestions help. But I also have a question for you today. And that is, I would love it if you would share what you do to keep yourself uplifted and feeling positive during times of tragedy. Please share in the comments below because you're wise and your tip might be just the thing that someone else needs to read. So please share below. And for anyone who is like, I don't know what she's talking about calling my energy back, but I know I really need to, or whatever else. And you'd really like some support on how to handle your energy, especially if it's around burnout or whatever, then my contact link to have a conversation will be below, and I would really love to talk with you. So, love and blessings, and take good care. Be safe. Until I see you next time. Namaste.